All right, who is ready for the multichrome madness? I know I am. Hey lovelies, thanks for stopping by my channel today. We are here with another BYOP, and this time it's all about those multichromes. Yes, I am excited for this one. I cannot believe that I was able to pick out only 10. Actually, there are 8. There are 8 in here. I'll get into that in just a second. But if we haven't met before, my name is Kelly, and I'm a professional hair and makeup artist, and here on my channel, I strive to keep beauty real. Real honest, real relatable, and real fun. So if that sounds like something you'd enjoy, don't forget to click subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on future videos, like more BYOP videos. Yes, this is a series that I started with my friend Kara from Beauty and the Frizz, and this was really to help us get creative and inspired to use our single eyeshadows. So every month we have a theme, and we put together a 10-pan palette, and we'd like to share it with you in hopes that it inspires you to use your collection as well. And we encourage you to join in on the fun if you would like to. You can tag us on Instagram with your palette. If you are a creator, please feel free to do this as well. Tag us so that I can add you to the community playlist. And speaking of creators jumping in on this fun little series, Kara and I asked Kendra Morgan Official if she would like to join the BYOP babes. That's not a thing, actually. I just said that. But I guess we're the BYOP babes. If you'd like to be a babe as well, don't forget to tag us so that that we see your palette as well. But Kendra, I know, is on vacation this week, and so she said that she was going to try to do an Instagram post. So I'll make sure to have everyone's social deets down below. And at the end of this video, I will be sharing with you sort of what we're doing for next month. All right, we're going to dive into this. I will be doing swatches of my shades here in my palette, and of course, creating an eye look. I have no makeup on right now because multichromes can tend to get a little all over the place, and so I want to make sure to have a clean canvas to be able to clean up. All right, so first things first, we're going to dive into some swatches. I'm going to zoom you in, adjust the lighting so we can have our best multichrome moment. All right, so we're going to do this again. This is the first time for you. This is the second time for me. Change the focus, never hit record. Anyway, let's go ahead and dive into this. I'm going to give you guys a little peek at my palette here. You won't be able to see the beautiful magic of these, I don't think, until we start swatching. And that's what we're going to do right now. So this first shade that I chose is really one that I picked out, honestly, because I haven't used it yet. And if you didn't get to see our last month, sorry, I'm very delicately trying to extract this. If you didn't get to see our BYOP from last month, that was the theme of last month, is using shades we've never used before. I was going to put this one in there, but I knew that this month was multichrome. So here we are combining both themes. This is Polaris from Devinah Cosmetics. This is a beautiful, like, teal, blue, purple shift. This is one of the Aurora flares, and when I first came across Devinah, I think I picked up a couple Aurora flares, maybe just one or two, and then a few of the other shades, and of course I immediately fell in love. It's been a love story for the ages at this point. But the Aurora flares are such a beautiful, smooth, lovely formula. Like, oh, so nice. So we're going to get this one swatched right over my little tan line. Let me tell you, y'all, a tan line for this girl living in the Midwest, it's exciting because it means that summer is here. So you can see here that this has this beautiful purple, teal, and blue shift. And these are shades that for the longest time, I just didn't wear a lot. But I'm getting back into it. I'm getting back into it. I think, honestly, we're going to use this one in this look. So the next one is going to be another Devinah shade. This is Fairy Fire. This is one of the more recent launches from Devinah. And I had to put this one in here just because I think it is just something so special. I know it's very popular, and there's a reason, because it's amazing. So this really has almost like a buttercream yellow base to it. And it has like a, I don't know, like a teal and a reflective, like ultraviolet flip to it. So there you can kind of see where you get both the ultraviolet and the teal, and then you can kind of see the yellow base as well. She is just so pretty. And this one is nice because it works as a great layering shade. Let me show you on the finger here so you can kind of see some of that magic. So it's a great layering shade. You can use it on top of other colors. You can use it as an inner corner shade. It's just really versatile. And so it's one that had to go in here. So then this next shade is from Glam Shop. And this is a shade that is what I would say is a more like wearable multichrome. If you are newer to multichromes, or you're looking for something that maybe is still like daytime appropriate, if that's a thing. Like, I think anything is appropriate at any time, but I know that some people don't feel right going to the office with like this. So if you're looking for something that's still a little bit shifty, this is a beautiful one. This is, okay, I can't really speak Polish, but this is Rozowsky Sorbet. But this is like a beautiful mix of a like rose gold and like a copper. It's got a little bit of like a more pinky shift to it. Again, it's one that's what I would say is like a wearable multi-chrome. So you can see where it's got this like ambery, like warm copper. And then here towards the middle, you can see that like rosiness to it. So very, very pretty. I think this also gives like a good look at the shift in Polaris as well. To be honest, I had the lighting just right. And then I popped up to change everything and then realized that I hadn't hit record. It was a whole thing. I think I'm probably going to share the clip of my reaction to when I like went to hit stop and it started recording and I realized that I hadn't been recording. That's probably going on Instagram. If you're not following me, I love putting up like little clips of me being goofy or little outtakes or weird screenshots that YouTube wants me to use as my thumbnail. It's ridiculous. So if you're looking for some fun, you can follow me on Instagram and check out my stories. Anyway, the next shade is also a shade from Glam Shop, and this is a really fun one because it's like a mix of pretty and grunge, which I really enjoy that. This has a beautiful like gray, green, and kind of like a rosy red shift. This is Zig Zag from Glam Shop again. And this one, speaking of following me on Instagram, when I was swatching out and choosing the shades for this palette, I found a dupe. So if you want to know what that dupe was, in case you really aren't wanting to order from Poland or you want something that's honestly a little less flaky than this shade, I've noticed that because both of these shades, I have little flakes on my vanity here because the Glam Shop shades, they just have like a creamy yet flaky texture to a lot of them. And the dupe that I found is a little bit more smooth than this, but this is Zig Zag. It's very fun. And I think that it can really pair well with a few of these other shades that are in here. And that's one thing, like when I am building these palettes, for me, it's not just 10 shades that I want to show you. I really try to build something that I, as a consumer, would be interested in buying. Something that honestly could be used on its own as a cohesive palette. So hopefully I did that for you today. You'll have to let me know. I tried to make sure that at least two of the multi-chromes could be paired well together. I do have two mattes in here and I'll let you know why I chose the ones that I did in just a moment. I gotta wipe this off, be right back. All right, here is another Devinah shade. This is Aylin and she is one of the Halo Moon shades. This is one that you just can't see the magic from until you get it swatched out. So I actually sent a message to Deandra, the owner of Devinah, asking her if she happened to know which of the Halo Moon shades was like the least purchased, just because honestly, I feel like it might be Aylin, because I don't think that you really see the magic of this one until you get it out and you get it on. Like, she's just so, so pretty. And so I'll be curious. If she lets me know, I will let you know down here somewhere. But this is so pretty. Like, look at that. It is like this lemon lime, more on the lemon side, but I feel like this yellow gold has almost like a kiss of green to it. And then you see the pink shift to it. Like, ooh, it's so cute. It is like stunning. You can put it over black. You could top it over another shade. You could use it as an inner corner. I think this one is very versatile. It's so, so pretty. So there's Aylin again. So this is one of my most recent purchases. This might actually be the most recent one in here. This is Witch's Broom Nebula from Terra Moons. So this one was in my recent haul video that I did, which by the way, I'll have that one linked down below. So this actually has a lot of the similar tones to Devinah's Polaris that is in this palette, but very different texture. So this has a lot of different little tiny micro sparks of shimmer to it. Hopefully you can maybe see some of that there. It has the blue, it has the teal, it has the purple tone to it, but it's much more highly like sparkly. You get a lot more glitter and reflect off of this, but you can see there, you get a lot of the similar tones from this. There's actually maybe a little bit more of a gold flip to this as well in those micro sparks, but similar. So those could obviously be paired together, really fun. And I really like this one. I have not used her yet, but when I swatched it in haul, I was like, whew, just mystified. It is so, so pretty. So here is one that, let me tell you, when you see the swatch of this, oh, so this is a very popular one. This is Clionadh Forge. I think this is, you know, sort of like a well-known shade by now, but for a reason. I mean, look at that beautiful flip. This I added in because I wanted something that had a more like earthy element. I was going to say natural, but there's really nothing natural about this shade. So an earthy element, because I feel like a lot of these other ones are more like bright. You've got purples and blues. I wanted something that had a little bit more, you know, maybe I can use the word grungy. Look at that. I mean, I know that this is by no means a shift combination that is exclusive to this shade, but it just kills me every time. Like you've got that pinky red, and then you've got this like goldy umber shade and the green. Like it's just so pretty, and it's so versatile because you can pair it with so much. So I really like that one. Then our last multi-chrome in this group is one from Touch of Glam. And this is actually, I mean, especially now that I'm going to be swatching it next to Forge, it's going to look pretty mild in comparison. But this shade is a, I would say it's like a hazy seafoam meets olive. And then it has this like micro spark shift of a gold and a pink. Ooh, I like really spaced these swatches out a little bit more than I did in my first go round. We're running out of arm real estate here. So there you can see it there. Again, it's a much softer version. So I just wanted to have something that was bold, something that was more earthy, and then something that was softer. And so this is a beautiful soft shade that I think would be really fun to like pair with this one. I mean, you could even like pair it with this. So I think you've got options here. So this I just think is a very pretty set of multi-chromes. Now I'm going to show you the two shades that I put into mattes, and I will be giving you an up close look at all of these swatches as well. Okay, so I had thought about doing a palette of 10 multi-chromes, just all shimmers. I know all shimmer palettes are a thing, but really for me, I wanted to have a couple mattes in here so that you really could just take this one palette and go. Like, obviously this is not a real palette, but if it were, it would be a palette that you could just take and go. So I think a lot of people immediately think of having like a black in a multi-chrome palette because it's the truth. Like they pair really well with some of these like really deep tones if you like a very intense look. However, I mean, there's just something to me that it detracts from the magic of the multi-chrome sometimes. And also we're going into summer and I like something that's like just a little lighter. So it's still a deep shade, but it's not quite a black. And if you know me, you will know that I really love Devinah's Adorn. It's like a deep, beautiful brown. I didn't use that one. I think I've used it in another palette, but this is another brown from Devinah that I really, really like. And this is Manic. So Manic is where Adorn is like this, when you blend it out, it almost has this like rosy undercast to it. I don't know how to explain it, but Manic has a more like gray base to it. So when you blend this one out, and that's the one thing that I love, well, it's one of the things that I love about Devinah mattes is they are very, very buildable and blendable. So this shade, if I just like kind of blend this out over here, you can see here you get some really nice dark pigmentation, but then I can really take this and blur it out into almost like a taupey gray based brown. And so I really like that. I think it pairs really well with all of these to be able to get a deeper tone without like having to go the way of black. So this to me just has more options to it. And then we have this teeny little baby here. So if you saw my recent Viseart spring sale haul, I had this total impulse buy and I bought a few of the Viseart palettes thinking that it would be a great way to have some mattes to add into my BYOPs or other times that I'm using single shadows. So since I just talked about that, I had to utilize one today. So this is Merlot, and this is from the Petite Dark Mattes. And by the way, if you love this color story, you can get this in the larger size as well, but these little baby pans work really well for me. And the Viseart formula is very similar to Devinah in the fact that they are very buildable, so you can start out more sheer and really get more intensity with them. So I'm just going to swatch this one right here and show you what I mean. Hopefully I can do it the same. So if I really, ooh, I got a really good swatch that time. But this is Merlot again. And I'm just going to try to like blur out this edge. So maybe you can see there, you could really get this to be a lighter, slightly more like rosy, violet-y shade, which I think will also pair well with these, hopefully, because I'm gonna have to put them on my facha here in just a second. So again, here is my Multichrome Madness palette. I am going to show you zoomed in swatches, and then we're gonna get into a look. All right, starting at the top, you have Devinah's Polaris. We have Devinah Fairy Fire. Hopefully gonna give you guys a look at the shift of these. And then we have Rozowsky Sorbet. We have Zig Zag, both of those are from Glam Shop. We have Aylin from Devinah Cosmetics. We have Witch's Broom Nebula from Terra Moons. Forge from Clionadh. Twisted Martini from Touch of Glam. And then we have Manic from Devinah Cosmetics and Merlot from Viseart. All right, and now for our look. So since I pretty much already told you, I know for sure I want to use Polaris, I am just gonna go through and kind of create something fun. I talked to you so much about these shades. I don't really feel like I need to sit here and chat as we go through and do this look. So I'm probably just gonna speed through this one, enjoy the music, kick back, relax, enjoy the multi-chromes, and I will talk to you. If there's anything that comes up, Lord knows I'm gonna say something, but I will talk to you at the end of this look. Okay, I'm really liking this so far. It is different for me to do a like glittery shade. I just wanted to use more. I just wanted to use more of these shades. And for me, a multi-chrome like all over the lid is just almost needed because then you can really see the true like shift of it over the eyeball. So I didn't want to add another multi-chrome to my lid. So then I was like, well, where else can I throw one? And so I decided to take Witch's Broom Nebula and just pop it here. I really like the way that Merlot blended out. I might off camera just judge this little like connection between where I packed the color darker and where I like blended it out a little bit. I think I'll probably just judge that a little bit. I'm gonna go ahead and apply most of the rest of my makeup. We'll come back, do a lower lash line. I am gonna find a multi-chrome highlighter to throw on. I think I've got a few to pick from that would sort of go with this eye look. So I will be back and we can finish up this eye look. I'm really liking it. All right, now we have some brows. We have, like I said, I went through and just like winged out the shadow a little bit more. This side always, like in the light, it always looks, it starts to look patchy. It's not patchy, I swear. It's just my freaking bone in my face. Anyway, really quickly, just to let you know what I'm wearing, I have the NARS Light Reflecting Foundation on. I went through with this Tarte Ultra Creamy Shape Tape. It's what I had used as my eye primer, and it was sitting here, and it's just what I decided to throw on. And then I went through with my Honest Beauty Blush in Peony Pink again. This is in my Deck of Panning project this month. I'm actually going to be recording my next draw right after this, but this has been a nice one. It's just like that flush of pink, and I really do like it. I also went through with my second House Labs bronzer. This is the Heat Spell Duo, and this is the one with Desert and Dawn. So I just used the bronzer from this side. You can see it's almost like a little like beigey, cooler toned, but I like it. I like the little bit of lightness that it has. I love the one that was like Ember and Kindle. I think that was the other one, but it was a little bit darker, and the highlight is like far too dark for me, but I just went through with a little bit of this just to give us a little shape. I really do like it. So now we're going to go ahead and finish up the lower lash line and an inner corner. Okay, so let's start with the inner corner first so that I can go through and decide what I want to do for my lash line, because I kind of want to leave it and just do like something dark. I kind of want to do something shimmery. Haven't really decided yet, but I think what's going to help me is to pop on an inner corner. So I'm going to go through with Aylin. Let's go ahead and see here. All right, so I'm going to, oh, this is so pretty. Like this is the first time I've ever used it. It's so not, but every time I put it on, I'm just like, ooh. Okay, I'm going to just slightly blend this into the Witch's Broom Nebula. Wow. Wowie. Wow, wow. Yep. I am just going to do a dark underneath lash line, like just probably a little bit of that Manic shade, that like brown shade. I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and just buff a little bit of Manic in, and I'm going to throw on some lashes because I think they're needed. I'll be back in a moment. All right, here we have our mostly finished look. I did just go through again with that Manic shade under the lash line. I just wanted something a little simple. And let's see, what else did I do? Oh, I found this little sample of the Rare Beauty like lip balm thing in Nearly Natural. So I just threw that on. I feel like I've got enough going on, but I did want to pull out a highlight. So I just did this in my collection swatch video recently, but I have this shade Fairy Frost from Pretties for Your Face, and saying this is multichrome is a little bit of a stretch. It's more like a duochrome, but regardless, we're going to put this on my face. Let's see. I just want like a little small brush to use. So I'm going to use the KJH number 10, and we're just going to pop a little bit of this on. Okay. Okay. She's pigmented. So, oh yeah. Yeah. I mean, I would definitely say that this is like a beautiful, like duochrome-y shade, but it's not really like multichrome. It's pretty. I just need to blend that in. I am just not for like wearing a crazy ton of highlight, but boy, you could if you wanted to with this one. Yeah, you definitely could. So I'm gonna like blur this out here. I think it definitely goes well with this look. Only thing is, like with something like this, like I don't want this on my Cupid's bow. I don't usually highlight my nose, but I don't think I want that like on my Cupid's bow, but it's fine. It just makes the cheeks look really nice and sheeny. It kind of like brought the whole like blue and violet into this look. I really like this. So now let's go ahead and zoom out. We've got a little bit to chat about. All right. You'll have to let me know what you think of this look. I really like this. I just think I'm definitely going to be wearing Polaris more. I mean, I just want to do like Aylin all over my lid with like a little something sheer on the outsides, like just for like a really bright but like ethereal moment. I'm definitely going to do that. I am going to have to keep this palette out. I say this, I say this after every BYOP. I always say that I'm going to keep this palette out and do more looks. And usually I end up doing one more look, but it's like always on a day where I don't even have time to take pictures. But I'm going to leave this one out, play with it a little bit. You'll have to let me know. Are you going to pull out some multichromes to put into a palette? Did you already? Let me know down below. Let me know some of your favorites. I love a good shifty moment. I love a good shifty makeup moment. Now, for next month, I am so very excited. So next month, okay, so I had a little timeout because I had to check with the girls real quick. So I think my math was off, but I was talking to Kara and I was like, oh my gosh, our 1 year anniversary is coming up. That is craziness. Let's do something special. And then I was like, wait, I mean, every single one of these is special, right? But something a little extra special. So then I was like realizing like, oh wait, number 12 isn't our anniversary. That's like 12. It will be 13 is technically our anniversary. So we're going to hold off on the like extra special moment until our anniversary. Can you guys believe that we have been doing this series for a whole year? A whole year. I cannot believe that. But this next one will be landing right before the 4th of July. So we are going to do a red, white, and blue theme, I do believe, which I'm excited. And slightly, I'm not going to lie. I'm excited, and I think it's also going to be very, very challenging. This is not in my comfort zone at all. red, white, and blue is not a thing I do. It's not. So if you want to see me struggle, make sure you're subscribed so you can see that one next month. But I do want to thank you for taking some time out of your day to spend it with me. Please make sure you check out Kara's video. Also, I will have Kendra's socials linked down below if you want to catch up on any of her previous videos. If you want to check her IG for her palette this month, let me tell you, she has a great singles collection, so you won't want to miss out. And that is going to be it for today, lovelies. I hope you're having a good one. Thank you so much. I'll see you really soon.